but I just heard that Trevor Siemian was signed to the practice squad for the New York Jets.
Genius.
Look, like I said, they're out of options, Chris. There are no options. As you saw this week, the Panthers needed Andy Dalton. The Saints needed Jameis Winston. You keep on talking about what I think is a drumbeat in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Falcons may hit the Heineke.
Yeah, hit him.
Okay,
hit him
they
Heineke,
may hit
baby.
the Heineke. Because is Ritter the guy or not? It just depends on how much Arthur Smith is willing to see how long the ups and downs will go. No one is giving the Jets their backup quarterback right now to save a season that appears to be in the unready hands of Zach Wilson once again. And they're signing Trevor Siemian, who's out there on the street, and he's been on the Jets before. I believe they turned to him on a Thursday night in 2019. Was it Myles Garrett who hit him late and broke his ankle? I'm looking this up right now just to have a memory. It's a Monday night. Yep, against the Browns. He was 3 of 6 for 3 yards and replaced by Luke Falk. He was the second stringer that they had to go to because Sam Darnold had mononucleosis. That's right.
Oh,
it was the Sam Darnold
mono game.
Pointing at the screen.
Mono.
And ESPN on Monday night said out indefinitely, mononucleosis, and they had him use that point at the screen video that they have all the players do in the preseason when they're going to use them.
That's amazing.
For their stats, presumably on a night when they're 20 of 25 with 3 touchdowns, not when they go, I'm out with mononucleosis. So the Jets are so desperate for finding some help. We're going back to the second stringer when Darnold had mononucleosis, and he lasted, what would you say, twice a Rodgers? He only lasted 6 passes before he snapped his ankle and was out for the season? Breathe, Rich. Here's the problem. It's gotten so bad that Zach Wilson has broken Joe Namath, a guy who would pom-pom cheerlead for Ray Lucas and everyone else that we've tried to find the next him. He's done with Zach Wilson. Michael Kay, who's on this show on Hour 3, on the Michael Kay Show, had Joe Namath on and asked him if there was anything positive that could be taken out of Zach Wilson's performance against the Patriots, and this is what it led to.
You know what? No, I didn't take anything positive out of it yesterday. It was awful.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Were you watching? Was anyone watching? I mean, please. When did you ever see, it's Zach. We'll stay on Zach. You sit down? You sit down on the play? You go right down? What happens? I thought you're trying to win and make plays. You quit on a play? What is going on? It's disgusting.
If somebody handed you Zach Wilson and said, okay, Joe, make him better, what would you do?
Send him to Kansas City to back up against somebody like Mahomes. Maybe he'd learn something. I wouldn't keep him. You know, I've seen enough of Zach Wilson. All right? I've seen enough. Has quick feet, can throw a little bit, but I don't believe what's going on up there.
I've seen enough of Zach Wilson, whose performance he called disgusting. He's referring to Wilson, as I mentioned yesterday, with a dirty pocket around him, but enough time to maybe still make a play sitting down and taking the sack himself. Joe Namath is broken, people. We've been looking for the next Joe Namath. Joe has been searching for him as well on behalf of the Jets and their fan base, and is as sunny and positive about every Jet situation possible, but not this one. That's how bad it is. And I'm telling you, here comes Mahomes and Kelsey, and it's New York, and it's on Sunday Night Football, and you know NBC is sitting down on whatever hope chest they may have, putting Taylor Swift's music videos and volumes right on their hope chest and saying, please show up. It's going to be one big Chiefs-a-palooza, and the Jets are going into that gunfight with that knife. And Trevor Siemian's there, and I don't blame the Jets for just searching for anyone right now that they could potentially put in, and it's not Tim Boyle. But I don't believe this is going to be the Trevor Siemian magic carpet ride moment Sunday night at Zach's gig again. So, again, I feel for everyone there. Everyone there. Do you think Zach Wilson wakes up and hears that he's broken Joe Namath, helps him out at all? No. Mm-mm. He's just not ready for the moment, which is why Rodgers was there, which is why I am wondering at this point in time, where is Aaron Rodgers right
Where is Aaron right now?
Where is he? Because we need him. And you know what's going to happen? I think he's going to. He's probably taken all this in. Wait till he shows up on Pat's show and maybe capes for Zach, or here's what's being said about his offensive coordinator. Would he dare tell Joe Namath to pipe down? I'm just saying, this is where things spin out of control, man. This is where things spin out of control. I cannot believe this is where things are through 3 weeks. Hoping on Trevor Siemian. Or hope that we don't have to see him as we think we need to. And believe we're going to. What are you writing down? A new fantasy team name?
Hoping on Trevor Siemian.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I got a direct message from my brother-in-law about that Joe Namath video that I tweeted out. I cannot repeat what he said. All I'm saying is he is in absolute heaven as a Patriot fan, and I appreciate you holding your tongue because there's a lot of tears that you could be drinking right now.
What am I going to say?
There's nothing to say. Because every single waking moment, the Jets did everything right. And just like every other time, the New York Jets got kicked in the nards by the football gods. Brady shows up in Tampa. I don't even remember who the backup was there. Who was the backup there?
In Tampa?
Blaine
Gabbert.
Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah.
Could have had Blaine Gabbert out there if 4 snaps into his first time there, and everyone in Tampa's talking about Brady's here. This is going to be amazing.
I would have so much respect for Zach Wilson if he shows up on Sunday night in a fur coat.
You know what he's got to show up as? You know what he's got to show up as on Sunday night? He's got to show up like half a Joe Burrow. He's got to show up like Andy Dalton. That's all I need out of him. That's all I need out of him. Layups and make it seem like there's a light on in there. But right now we got darkness therapy. Fine, show up like that.
Roll in.
Great. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.